Hello everyone and welcome to Bizarre Movies. Today we will recap a fantasy movie, in which a small-time magician goes to a mysterious place, and tries to fight with dangerous witches to save the people. But before we start, a gentle reminder, that this is just a movie explanation and we encourage you to watch the full movie. Spoilers ahead, watch out and enjoy. The film begins in the year 1905. A magician named Oscar is showing his tricks to the crowd in a circus. He flirts with many women and traps them in his love. One day, a girl from the crowd approaches him, and asks him to fix her legs because she is paralyzed. Oz becomes upset after hearing her story, and he can't do anything because he is a small magician, and he does tricks to impress people. People from the crowd start making fun of him and leave his show after watching his reality. One day, when the circus administrator found that Oscar tried flirting with his wife, he gets angry and tries to kill Oscar. But Oscar uses his tricks to protect himself from the big guy. Fortunately, he manages to escape the city in his hot air balloon. But after some time, he sees a giant storm approaching him. The storm surrounds him and he starts praying for his life. After a while, everything becomes normal, and the storm suddenly stops. His hot air balloon reaches an unknown place, which looks like heaven on earth. He had never heard of or seen this place until today. Suddenly, his hot air balloon starts falling rapidly and finally crashes into the water. Oscar notices beautiful flowers and birds around him, and he is not sure where he is. He meets with a beautiful woman named Theodora. She gets very excited after seeing the balloon falling from the sky. Oscar asks her about the mysterious place, and she informs him that the place's name is Oz. He replies that his nickname is also Oz. He tries to impress her with his magic tricks. Theodora is shocked, and it seems that he is some powerful wizard. She tells Oscar that a wicked witch lives here, and she is trying to capture people with her magic. Our king once predicted that a human will come to save us, and he will be a wizard. He will kill the wicked witch and become the new king of the kingdom. Oscar gets greedy on hearing this prophecy, because if he becomes king, he can do whatever he wants. Suddenly, they hear some noises, and Theodora tells him that wicked witch soldiers are coming to kill him. They start running, and then both hide in a cave behind the pond to save their lives. Theodora also informs him that the wicked witch killed her own father, so she can take the throne from him. And now she is ruling her people and planning to take our land as well. Later, Oscar again impresses her with his cool tricks and Theodora start liking him. She falls madly in love with him by the morning. She wants to take him to her palace in the Emerald City, and Oscar agrees, because he wants to become the new king. On their way to the Emerald City, they see a flying monkey in trouble. Theodora asks Oz to save the monkey, and he follows her orders because he wants to impress her. Suddenly, a lion comes there and attacks Oscar, but he manages to save his life by using his tricks. Both Theodora and the monkey are impressed by it. When the monkey comes to know that he is the promised wizard, and he comes here only to save them, he decides to support him till his last breath. They then arrive at Emerald City where Oscar is given a grand welcome, and taken in a carriage to the castle of Theodora. Theodora resides there with her sister Evanora. She tells her that Oscar is the promised wizard, and he will save us from the wicked witch. Evanora is angry and says, "How can you bring Oscar here?" without thinking that it is also possible that the wicked witch has sent him. Theodora tries to convince her sister, but she tells her that he needs to prove his worth. She says, "I don't think that he is a magician. I think he is a greedy man. He has come here in greed of gold and a throne." Later, Evanora shows Oscar the palace treasure, and Oz gets mad after seeing gold in front of him. Then Evanora tells him that he needs to kill the wicked witch first, and then he can become the new king. She also tells him that in order to kill her, he must break her magical stick and she will die herself. She asks Oscar to leave without wasting time, and Oscar leaves for the mission without meeting Theodora. He takes the monkey with him. After covering some distance, they notice smoke coming from a village. They see the village is completely destroyed. Then they hear cries from the house where they see a marble doll. She is injured and crying for her family. She tells them that the soldiers of the wicked witch killed her family and villagers. Oscar consoles her and bandages her leg with glue. Doll, being alone, insists on staying with them, and Oscar agrees. He leaves for the dark forest with the monkey and the doll. After a long journey, they finally arrive in the dark forest, which is very dangerous and someone is keeping an eye on them. Then many trees suddenly attack them, and all three start running from there to save their lives. They notice a house there, and the wicked witch is at the door. Looks like she is waiting for their arrival. She opens the gate and left her magical stick behind. Oscar tells something to the monkey, and taking advantage of the opportunity, the monkey starts distracting her, and Oz steals her magical stick. He is about to break the stick, but the witch appears in front of him. She reveals her face, and we see that she is not a dangerous witch, and she is very beautiful. The witch then informs Oscar that her name is Glinda, and she is the princess of a beautiful kingdom. When Oz notices her beauty, he forgets Theodora and he is just staring at her. Glinda tells him that she is not the wicked witch, Evanora is the real bad witch, and she killed her father by poisoning him. She later accused Glinda of being an evil witch who also killed her father. She tells him that Evanora wants to destroy every kingdom. Then we see that Evanora is watching them in her crystal ball. Theodora comes there, and she is overjoyed after seeing Glinda and Oscar together. Because she is thinking that Oscar is playing a game with Glinda to get her stick. Evanora then tells her that Oz is not a good person, because he is cheating her. She makes up the story that Oz is a bad man who tries to flirt with every girl. She says that he also tries to trap me in his love, and now he is flirting with Glinda, the wicked witch. Theodora gets upset after hearing her story. Then Evanora sends her flying monkey army to attack and kill Oz and Glinda. The army reaches there and Oz is about to tell his truth, but after seeing the large army, Glinda asks him to do magic and destroy them. It is very difficult for Oscar to face this situation. Oz tells her that his magic is not enough for this large army. So he tells them to run. Then Glinda tries to use her magic and buy some time, but the monkey army starts attacking them. They start running and reach the edge of the hill. Glinda again uses her magic to cover them in bubbles, and they finally escape from the dangerous attack. Oscar then reaches Glinda's kingdom with the monkey and China doll. He then tells her that in reality, he is just a small magician who knows few tricks, and he does not have any actual magical powers like Glinda. Glinda replies that she knows everything about him and that he is a liar. But the people of the kingdom have waited a long time for him, and when everyone comes to know that he is not a wizard, they would be very sad. So she asks Oscar to pretend to be a wizard, and they will together train the villagers to fight against Evanora. On the other hand, Theodora is looking in the crystal ball. And she sees Oscar is very happy with Glinda. She is very upset, and her sister tries to take advantage of her situation. She gives her an apple to eat. After consuming the apple, Theodora turns into a bad witch. She pledges to revenge and kill Oscar. In Glinda's kingdom, she takes Oscar to meet some people in her kingdom, where Oscar inspires them to fight against the wicked witch. Glinda tells Oscar that these are villagers and you have to train them how to fight. Suddenly, a fireball strikes them and Theodora appears. She is looking very dangerous in her new appearance. She tries to kill Oscar but Glinda saves him using her magic. Theodora warns everyone that soon she will come with her sister, and they both will destroy this kingdom. Saying this, she leaves from there. After witnessing all this, Oscar gets afraid and decides to leave the kingdom. Glinda comes there and tells him that the people here need him, and that he cannot leave them in this situation. Glinda manages to convince him to help her in the fight. Then he opens some designs of a projector, and asks Glinda about the person who can make the same machine he wants. He then meets with a man who can make any machine. Oscar shares his plan with him. He wants to make a device that can show a projection of him. After this, he and Glinda choose people according to their strengths, so they can fight the witch army tactically. He also introduces them to gunpowder and how to make firecrackers from it. For the people of Oz, these things are nothing less than magic, as they have never seen such amazing things in their life. Meanwhile, the wicked witch prepares for the attack with her sister. While on the other hand, Oscar asks the mechanic to make a hot air balloon as well, but he requests a promise to keep it a secret. And we will soon discover the reason behind it. Oscar then arrives in the city with everyone, while the sisters also come outside the city with their army. Glinda then uses her magic and makes a cloud of smoke so they can attack them. Meanwhile, the wicked witch also sends her soldiers to fight, only to find out later that they are all puppets, not real people. Soon, the flying army starts fainting because of the poisonous flowers around them, and Glinda's army thinks that they won the fight. But just then, she heals all the flying creatures with her powers, and they start attacking the people. They pick up Glinda and capture her, and her magic stick falls down in the struggle. The marble doll picks it up for Glinda's safety. Both sisters take Glinda away with them. On the other hand, Oz is trying to escape the city in the hot air balloon. Evanora and Theodora notice Oscar running away, and they show it to everyone there. Theodora then attacks the balloon with her power. This shatters all hopes of the people and they start believing that their hero has died. But it was a plan of Oscar, to trick the sisters into believing that they won. Oscar then moves on to his last and most dangerous trick. He turns off the lights one by one with the help of the device that they've created. And then there is a huge explosion occurs, where Oscar's projection appears in front of everyone. Everyone thinks that he is doing all this with his powers, because he is the promised wizard. Meanwhile, Marble Doll comes and gives Glinda her magic stick. She then frees herself with it. On the other hand, Oscar launches an attack on the sisters with firecrackers. Then Oscar tells Theodora that she can become a good witch too, and she can live with them. But Theodora isn't ready to accept the defeat, and she runs away from there. Then Glinda fights with Evanora, and after some struggle Evanora's locket falls down. Glinda breaks it into pieces, resulting in revealing the witch's real appearance. She uses the locket power to look young and beautiful. She gets angry and attacks Glinda, but Glinda defends herself with her magic and throws her outside the window. But the witch army saves her life, and she then tells Glinda that she will come for revenge. In the last scene, we see everyone celebrating their victory, and Glinda and Oscar kiss each other with a smile on their face. To know the movie's name, check the pinned comment right now. If you like the story, then do watch the full film, and if you want to watch more such amazing recaps, then do subscribe to our channel and enable bell notifications to receive the latest regular updates. See you in the next recap.